Coming up on First at 4, a Republican state representative from Laurel County says he wants to be the next Kentucky governor.
Making his case, I'm Nicole Killian at the White House, where we're just hours away from the president's speech on border security and the ongoing government shutdown.
And the gusty winds continue through the afternoon and evening hours. The details now on First at 4.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, we're following some breaking news out of Harlan County. Kentucky State Police say a man found what he believed to be a bomb around 11 this morning near a sewage plant in Everett. Police tell us the item was in fact an improvised explosive device. KSP's hazardous device team is at the scene and they plan to detonate the bomb soon. We have a picture a viewer sent us just moments ago of the scene. Police do not know where this IED came from. We do not know yet if anyone is going to be charged. We do have a reporter headed to Harlan County and hope to have a live update at 5:30 and 6. Now to our other big story today, the race for Kentucky governor. It's getting more crowded. Governor Bevin will face a challenge if he files to run for re-election. Today, a state lawmaker and pharmacist from Laurel County said he is entering the race. WYMT's Phil Pendleton was in Laurel County for the announcement and tells us what Robert Goforth had to say.
Robert Goforth says he is ready for the challenge in taking on the Republican incumbent for governor of Kentucky. And speaking to a crowd this morning here at the London Community Center, he started off by talking about his struggles early in life and how he's been able to overcome a lot of challenges.
I'm talking about the kind of poverty where a hot meal and a roof over your head was never a sure thing.
Talking about beating the odds to achieve success in order to defeat a governor he says talks down to people. Robert Goforth says people told him time and time again he could not do something just to prove them wrong. And now he says he's aiming to do that again by winning the Republican nomination for governor this May and the general election next November.
I believe Kentucky deserves a governor who is one of us. We need a governor who listens more than he lectures.
Goforth has been a state lawmaker for a very short time. He also works as a pharmacist and a farmer. He represents Laurel County, Madison County, and Jackson counties. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Goforth also introduced Michael Hogan, a longtime Lawrence County attorney, as his running mate. We'll have more tonight at 6.
Well, the breezy conditions continue across eastern Kentucky, and that's going to be the big story as we head into the forecast later tonight and into your Tuesday. Notice the Whitesburg camera looking good. It's partly sunny skies across eastern Kentucky, and those partly sunny skies continue with a few rain showers up to the north in Rowan County, up north past the Kentucky border, even into Ohio and West Virginia. The clouds, they continue to work off to the east, and it's that cold front that is going to be impacting us temperature-wise as we head into the forecast. Now, we have wind advisories out until 8 p.m. for wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles per hour. The wind advisory is up to the north along I-64. You go near Lake Cumberland, though, there is a lake wind advisory where they're expecting some stronger gusts of wind around the lake there, and that is for Laurel, Pulaski, Wayne, McCreary, and Whitley County. All that once again until 8 o'clock. The winds, they're rocking and rolling anywhere from 10 to 30 miles per hour at this time. Gusts even higher than that, and temperatures have been quite nice in those low to mid 60s, 64 in Somerset and 65 in Laurel County. The big story going to be the cold temperatures arriving for the Northwest. We will continue to watch that as we head into the forecast, and Steve, will drop from the 60s today to the 30s tonight. More on that forecast is coming up in a few short minutes.
All right, big changes ahead. Andrew, thank you very much. The president will make his first prime-time Oval Office address tonight as the federal government reaches day 18 of the partial shutdown. President Trump is expected to make his case for why he needs $5.7 billion to fund a barrier at the southern border. CBS's Nicole Killian has more from the White House.
President Trump will address the American people tonight to make his case for a $5.7 billion border wall.
He'll be laying out the facts to the American people of what is a genuine humanitarian and security crisis at our southern border.
The White House is also looking for other ways to fund the president's border priorities, including a declaration of national emergency.
If he tries to do something that is fundamentally illegal and not authorized by statute, he'll be challenged.
The shutdown has been going on for 18 days. Democrats are drawing the line at spending $1.3 billion for border security. This week, they plan to pass measures in the House to reopen parts of the government not affiliated with Homeland Security. The GOP-controlled Senate so far has not shown a willingness to put those measures on the floor. Federal paychecks are supposed to go out this week, and the roughly 800,000 government employees affected by the shutdown will not be getting one.
Stand up!
Members of the American Federation of Government Employees Union held rallies calling for an end to the shutdown.
We want to get our pay, and it looks like if something's not resolved by midnight tonight, we will not be paid.
Several labor unions are sponsoring a rally in Washington on Thursday, the same day President Trump travels to the southern border. Nicole Killian, CBS News, the White House.
2 rebuttals will follow President Trump's address. The first will come from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. After that, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders will deliver an address. We will have live coverage beginning at 9 o'clock tonight here on WYMT. Lawyers for Paul Manafort have responded to accusations coming from special counsel Robert Mueller's office. Manafort's legal team filed their response yesterday under seal. Last month, Mueller accused Manafort of lying during his post-guilty plea cooperation sessions. Manafort pleaded guilty to obstruction of justice in September, but Mueller said Manafort did not tell the truth about his contact with White House officials. He also said Manafort lied about his interactions with a man tied to the Russian military unit accused of hacking Democrats. The Russian lawyer at the infamous 2016 Trump Tower meeting was charged in a separate case. Federal prosecutors in New York have charged Natalia Veselnitskaya with obstruction of justice in a money laundering case. That is according to an indictment unsealed today that highlighted her ties to the Russian government. She is accused of giving false information to the federal court about the Russian government's investigative findings in that case. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un made a surprise trip to China this week, just days after President Trump announced a possible second summit with the country. Korean television showed Kim Jong-un arriving by train in Beijing on what is believed to be his 35th birthday. The Chinese president invited the ally ahead of a possible U.S.-North Korea summit. The foreign ministry spokesman said China and North Korea are friendly neighbors and says the visit is part of their tradition of friendship. But many analysts see the trip as a strategy meeting between the two nations before Kim faces President Trump again.